now title is on the line for her. Well-schooled product of the American amateur boxing system, and you can see it in the way she boxes too. She walks into a counter right hand from Courtney there. She means business. Mitchell doesn't she straighten the front foot, try to rough up Courtney, who's on the back foot, stuck in the corner. Right hand from Mitchell, and again carries her chin very high there when she lets the shots go. Mitchell's got to tuck that down. She said she was going to drag Courtney to hell and take her to places that she hasn't been before. You would like to think that Ebony Bridge is trying to do the same thing with Courtney prevailed. She lands a left hook, right hand off the ropes, but Mitchell stays in front of her. Explosive start in this first round.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa.
By hooks as a result, she lands a couple of her own, working hard off the ropes. Spending far too much time on the ropes, Courtney. I'm not sure what she's doing here, but it's not a good tactic. She's under pressure here and allowing Mitchell like this just to come on and land shots at will. Well, the traditional back and forth first 2 minutes. Jamie Mitchell walks confidently and calmly back to her corner. She brought the fight early. How's the punching bar? On the right arm early, okay? Which is landing beautiful. You're making beautiful use of your hooks. You always got Italian one, which is beautiful. Are you big, yeah? You need to exit. Don't spoil your work by not exiting. Good work, good pressure from Mitchell. There was a couple of good shots from Courtney. She was backed into the corner, but looking at the huge leg brace on the knee there, she opts into to sort of sit back and allow the rope because she can't move. Certainly quite a take in the corner. As I heard about saying, you're not exiting after you've landed, and he's absolutely right. She stayed in one position.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
They're punching with each other, hooking with each other. Uppercut through the middle from Mitchell. Courtney just a long right hand. Really forcing herself onto Janet Courtney. You can see how much this means to her, Mitchell. That opportunity to really change her life. The story is incredible.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Oh! Oh! As Courtney comes forward. Courtney now just stepping on the front foot, misses with the right hand. Mitchell counters. Stepping off, trying to keep Courtney turning. That knee brace, of course, maybe helping her, but it's also another small victory for the American in what she knows has been.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll run for the first time with Kenneth Gainwell. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. And they'll go right back to Gainwell here on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, tried to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 15-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing now is Brady. Flushed out right. And he'll get that to Fournette complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Brady now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 12 more yards there and another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field strength has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point put through by Suckup. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Goes on. Steve Gray just having a good run with the fighter, separates him and back to centre in they come. 48 seconds to go of round number 4. They do fly by these 2-minute rounds, and that accounts for the pace to some degree. So many of these women tights in the last
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone.
Just working well so far, pushing Courtney back, looking uncomfortable for Watford Fighter. Just finds an exit to the right-hand side. That's a deep breath from Courtney there. Under real pressure in this round from Mitchell. Got to try and look for the counters over that lazy jab from Mitchell, who does pour it out at times.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now Gainwell. Gainwell a first down and more. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackled it for just a short gain.
Now left side on the swing pass. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Jones again on second down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 30. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but from both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Howard. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Jones. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Third and goal at the 4-yard line. And it looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. They'll go with a big back Fournette, and he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line.
Let's everybody got it, damn it.
Fournette denied on 4th and goal. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. They start the drive here with Gamewell. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little bumping. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them?
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. After the sack on first down, Brady. This is caught by Antonio Brown. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Now Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Throwing on first down is Brady. Eluding the pressure right. He'll let one go deep for Howard. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Harris. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they'll begin on the ground with Gainwell. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now again, a run with Gainwell. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Hurt sets up to throw it. And Sanders has got it complete. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. Now a handoff coming left is Gainwell. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So the scoring dried up here in the third. Nothing that quarter for either side. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On the run is Gainwell. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Sanders, a first down, still going. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. And a big 32-yard play on third. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Another run with Sanders. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Setting up the screen with Gainwell. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
It's now down to the younger, fresher to set the pace now. Mitchell, 36 years old. She'll feel this more than Courtney.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Back to throw, Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Just trying their hardest to rally in these last couple of rounds. Let's get the doors as we head into the 10. Molly is standing by with Laura.
Brady to throw.
Molly, a little bit divided opinion among the pundits and behind the scenes.
Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in a huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
To throw is Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Brady. And that's complete to Brown. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A stoppage, most likely. From where we're seeing it, it's exactly the same story. Look, for me, she's just been at work. Don't get me wrong, she's had success.
Now Brady got to have this one. Flushed out right.
Been very busy.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 82 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Popular down near the goal line, quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
At the age of 36, certainly there's despondent look in the corner of Shannon Courtney. She goes over and embraces Brian Cohen, Big David Hayes.
On first down, Brady. He finds his target, it's Evans. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better.
And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know the leaders explains before, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
You okay? Watching boxing. About to do a show. Yeah, get some sleep. Just call me a couple of the fights and stuff.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
Love you.
The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
Lucky you sleepy. I would get in your ass. Get some sleep. Love you. Bullshit, man. He lost that nigga, man.
Rounds of action here in Liverpool. We go to the judges' scorecards. Jesus Morales Garcia, 95 even. Howard Foster, 97-93. Jordan Ezekiel, 96-94. Both for your winner by a majority decision. And the new WBA Bantamweight Champion of the World, Jamie the Miracle Mitchell.
Well, lifetime's ambition for one of the most difficult lives that you can possibly imagine. Jamie Mitchell becomes the 118-pound bantamweight world champion. Shannon Courtney congratulates her. She moves to 7-0-2 with 4 knockouts. And Julie Cooper leads yet another charge to a world title. Difficult night for Shannon Courtney, difficult week, but what a fabulous moment for this young woman for the United States.
I mean, what a very hard upbringing she's had, but what a great story for her. I mean, she's world champion, and she deserves to be.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Jamie Mitchell, the WBA bantamweight world champion, and it's some road back now for Shannon Courtney.
Just a reminder that DAZN's Women's Champions League coverage continues this week.
Two teams that met back in Super Bowl 37 in San Diego. The Bucs and Raiders are underway.
And as part of the coverage,
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Women's football is on the rise in specific cities, and we start the series in London.
There's a lot of communities and pockets of London that embrace the game in their own way. So yeah, it makes me pretty proud to be a Londoner.
We used to play on Clapham Common, we used to have mismatched kit, and we just like really scraped by. Seeing the evolution of the club is just absolutely insane.
When I first came to Arsenal, I thought they needed some help. If we could get a good side together, it would change the game.
Brady now on first down.
Set up on a catch and Hackney, and then 2 girls turning 6.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Michael Garcia is a four-weight world champion, one of the greatest fighters of the modern era.
When Garcia gets in the ring, it's always an event. European super lightweight champion.
Here's Brady.
Sandro Martin. People might not know who he is.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The give is to Jones. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. A give to Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they were on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he is going to have a Bucs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
We know how hard you work. Jimmy Cooper's your trainer as well. Tell us what credit he deserves.
From the gun, it's Brady.
I can't hear you. Say it again.
He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. First down, Tampa as Brady hooks up with Howard. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal.
How's this going to change your life?
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rob Gronkowski punching it in from a yard away. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Tell us how you feel about that rematch, Jamie.
Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter. And they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Just the last 48 hours. See, I was on weight, everything was perfect, but I'm a woman and these things happen. I can't prevent being a woman. It's one of those things. So it's been a rough 48 hours, as you can imagine.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 16.
3 hours in a sweat, so can I get sweat up and up?
Here's Carr.
There's no excuses. She's world champion. But,
got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And all the way down to the 29. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Trying to run for it with Jacobs, and he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Working from the gun, it's Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. Fighting through it, he's got space. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Now Jones. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Brady throwing complete here to Fournette. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. To throw is Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Brady going to throw. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Now Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. The final shot before half for Brady. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And running with power here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Play action. Now Carr. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far. And it was again on the last play.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Looking downfield for Godwin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Play action. Now it's Carr. Pass incomplete.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or 2 short. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. They go with Jacobs. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Here's Jacobs. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Carr to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Up and shit.
In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it'll be second down. Here's Brady to throw. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. Going for it all. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, 27 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
29. On play action, it's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So how about that play? We had a tie ball game. Defense comes up huge. That's the definition of a big play for this defensive unit.
Not something that you see that happens often to a guy like, let's say, Jamal Charles. Remember 2015? Fumbled it in a key situation.
Roby, right?
Yes, exactly right. Bradley Roby picked it up and altered the ball game.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Back, you're almost in punching range. Maybe stay in a bit closer and you go to the body.
The Real still very much in control as we reach the halfway stage of his professional debut here at the MS Bank Arena in Liverpool.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. We were down there. That message would have been received a whole different way because turnovers, they've been a big problem for him. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Keep a length of the shot, getting back to what he does best, which is
second and 10.
Power punches at range, and then settling down as well, not sort of rushing his work. And I think the fact that we've now stepped up to 12, and this is a huge fight, is going to force him to do that. You know, he can't get reckless.
From the gun, it's Carr.
All these things, you know, the massive.
Got an open man, it's Ruggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down Vegas as Carr finds Ruggs that time.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he gets receiver hit and hit hard.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
4 fights old, and the atmosphere here now really building towards that.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. Now a play fake, Carr. And his throw here is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And just the thing he might pick up as he goes along is that he learned to jab a bit more.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Throwing now is Carr. Finding Edwards. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
Good job of serving well. But just giving those openings, without having to work as hard.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 67 yards rushing for him now to this point. Throwing his Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Here's Carr. Flush to his right. That's into the hands of Edwards. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Troy Williamson hasn't been the championship 12-round distance, but he's very
Carr to throw.
High tempo.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
So just a semblance of success for Harrison at the end of that previous round, the 4th, and just a warning for McGrail as he moves forward in his professional
Now Carr, got to have this one. And he is a
Man, come on, man. Are y'all kidding me, man?
Stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2.
Kenyon Drake?
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost at fever pitch.
And what the fuck? He didn't even get in.
To go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
They'll try and run it in.
Let's go.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
As I said before, I've seen the fight previously. He always comes to fight, but he's just mad skill.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play.
Previous round, but McGrail is now wise to it and is making him his time and time again.
And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go.
Again, smart combinations from McGrail, but as you say, Andy, there's
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And I tell you what, they were big favorites coming in, but they had to work for this one.
It certainly wasn't the walk in the park that you expected coming into this one. I have a suspicion that in their meetings next week, they're going to talk to a little bit about focus, don't you think?
Yeah, because down the stretch, there was some nail-biting going on. And you're right. I think not only the fans, but those folks inside that locker room, they expected a comfortable victory.
Yeah, they certainly did. And that just tells you about the NFL. Any given game, you never know how it's going to turn out. You better be ready to play.
You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say goodnight from Las Vegas.
almost as if he learned from that experience at the end of the previous round where he was slightly complacent and comes at the end of that exchange. This time he was Tony quickly against Tony Johnson for the finish. So an impressive start so far to his professional career for Peter McGrail, and the opening exchange of this, the final round, two brilliant pinpoint left hands.
Two pinpoint left hands with a low exit, so he's learning quick. He's learning the pro game quick. Good uppercut. Oh, great shot to the body.
Good shot from McGrail. Now he's got a chance to open up and score that inside the distance victory. Can he be the only second man to stop Harrison inside the distance? Harrison covers up on the ropes.
Should touch upstairs and bang downstairs. Just like that. Giving him a chance to let him off the hook now.
McGrail getting 3 shots here, nothing coming back at him from Harrison.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Seattle Seahawks.
They're still throwing nothing back.
Hurt him again.
Two teams that came into the NFL together back in 1976. The Seahawks and Bucs are underway. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
McGrail trying to step up the tempo, but Harrison will have that stopwatch in his head that all of these journeyman opponents have. He'll know that there's barely a minute or so to go in this 6th and final round.
Harrison is scheduled for 2 more fights in November, so he doesn't want to get stopped at all costs.
This time McGrail covering up as he moves away from that cluster of shots that he was throwing there close to the ropes. And now moves Harrison to the other side of the ring. And again tries to open up. This time Harrison does fire.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's second down.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, Wilson. He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out.
And then, of course, the main event.
Listen, you could be told around more again. The guy who watch clever and he might not type in you. No matter what way it is, the fight's always end up turning out entertainment.
British Super Welterweight Champion for the 2nd time.
Will tonight be his vindication?
I know what I'll do to beat him. And beat that sort of fighter. I believe I'll get him out there and later on.
That was some fight. It was a pleasure to watch.
He's in deep water, sink or swim. I believe he'll sink.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds here at the M&S Bank Arena, we go to referee Steve Graves' scorecard, degree 60 to 54. For your winner, he's now undefeated.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Nashville. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Ever since Pele, the narrative or presents one is a player who arrives age 17, 18. That is the player that is going to be the player that fights the next generation.
Eu acordo assim no meio da noite, meu pai chorando muito. Eu daria minha vida pra você voltar a jogar.
Tannehill on first down. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Tannehill going to hand to Henry on the option. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
When he takes on fellow scouser Anthony Fowler, who steps up in levels to show he's not only the best in Liverpool, but the best in Britain.
My boxing style, fan-friendly, aggressive.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete. Anthony Frisker, the intended target. And it's second down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
I love to fight. It's in my DNA.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Tannehill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 43. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. A gain of 3, second down. From the gun, it's Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
So what is next?
What did you say, sorry?
You want to keep busy, don't you? You want to keep that momentum up. So what is next for you?
Yeah, definitely. We'll mark a fight or two before the end of the year, and then be as busy as I can next year. Keep building the record, and then push on for titles.
Paul, just tell us how impressed you are with your lad there. What was that like for you?
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. A check down here to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Keep developing in the ball-outs.
Great man for both of you. Well done. Well done.
All right, Tony, we've just seen that. How good is Peter McGrail?
He's Liverpool's most decorated ever amateur. Fantastic style. Used to call him the British Lomachenko. He's got skills to burn. You know, fights off the back foot extremely well. Really good body puncher. It's all about setting up his backhand, his left hand. And I'd say really, really
less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Throwing again on second down. Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 33. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And you know, I can see why they call him the British Lomachenko. What a fighter.
Yeah, the response to him was insane. But as you can see, we've been joined by Eddie Hearn, the man himself. Hello. We've got some breaking news, haven't you?
Well, we've got some news coming early next week. We're going to be in Sheffield November 13th. Kid Galahad will make the first defence of his IBF world title. Terry Harper, after being out for almost a year, will also be back to defend her WBC and IBO world title. Busy times ahead and looking forward to 2 big fights to close this show.
Okay, any heavyweight news?
No, of course, we're all ready for I just, calmly put this in my ear. We've got a big fight tonight, of course. Tyson Fury, we'll be watching that back at the hotel. And obviously the disappointment of Anthony Joshua a couple of weeks ago. He's got his head back in the game. He's training now, and today we officially triggered the rematch for the Alexander Usyk fight, which we'll see early next spring. So back in the game and looking for him to become a 3-time heavyweight world champion.
All right, and when is that likely to happen?
Springtime, I think. I think a few niggles for AJ and Campbell in the fight. Usyk had a bad cut as well, but that's officially triggered now. We'll sit down with K2 to plan the dates for that. I think realistically March is when you're likely to see the rematch.
All right, but if we're honest, a lot of people said he shouldn't take that rematch. What are your views on that?
I think they said that about the Andy Ruiz fight as well. And that was a different kind of loss. To be honest, that was a humiliating defeat in front of 20,000 at Madison Square Garden. He went down 5 times, he got up continuously. This was a disappointing loss to a pound-for-pound break. He got it wrong on the night. The strategy was wrong. The execution of the game plan was wrong. But you can't take away from the brilliance of Alexander Usyk. So if you're a winner, you don't want to be in 10-round fights. You don't want to be just trying to sort of get back in the game. You don't need to get back in the game. He's, for me, still the best heavyweight in the world.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
But an intriguing and exciting British title fight coming up next between the champion, Ted Cheeseman, who won impressively last time, out to claim the title. And he's up against a former top amateur who is unbeaten in the professional ranks, Troy Williamson. Over to you, Mike.
Well, the atmosphere growing, building fight by fight, and every chance it will be ramped up to another level by what we're about to see. Ted Cheeseman defending his title against Troy Williamson. Cheeseman, the younger man, but
Cousins on first down. Out right here to Herndon.
Williamson has never been the championship.
Powers through him, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
A former Seminole back home in Florida, it's Dalvin Cook. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the has totally been flipped. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now Cousins. Touchdown! Cousins able to connect with Adam Thielen. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
He hasn't been the drop-back distance, but is convinced that it will suit his high tempo style.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing now is Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. A gain of 6 there on 1st. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Got a man, it's Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 more there and another 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Introducing first, the challenger. He fights out of the red corner and wears the black with gold trim. He's scaled 10 stone, 13 pounds, 12 ounces. He is
line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Again, it's Brady. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
And how about this? 4th shotgun now for Brady. And a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Some heavy shots going in so early in the fight here.
They go play action. Cousins. Going for Jefferson downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
He's got a little reaction from Cheeseman. It kind of made him regroup a little, but he's got right back down to earth now, going dig into that body. And then switching to the head. I think this is going to be the pattern of the fight for as long as it lasts. These two are going to stand in the center like this.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Cheeseman will be there to the end. Yes, he's been beaten, but there were circumstances outside the ring on those occasions. And now he's trying to get behind that left-hand jab once again.
Throwing is Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example. Another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady throwing left side. He's got Gronk complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
British title fight for the Super Welterweight honours. Cheeseman has come through so many rough rounds in his career so far.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now Brady.
So far, he's following instructions.
This will be caught by Brown. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Too close. So there's no leverage on it.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Williamson flicking out that left hand, trying to set up his attacks, missing with the right hand, and then the left hook. Good defensive work from Cheeseman on the inside.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
And again, in reply, Cheeseman also had some
now Brady again.
So both of them maybe could have success if they could just...
And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Tom Brady, a touchdown pass to O.J. Howard. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And we are tied here in the second quarter.
Not a good exchange on the inside there, and again, both men landing and landing cleanly.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Cheeseman's been driving that left hand into the body. This time he tries the right hand.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
50 seconds of the second round. Cheeseman defending his...
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Cousins now from the 50. 19 yards that time for number 19. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Handoff comes to Cook. They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Join us in Cadiz for the Spain Sales Grand Prix.
Here's Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now Cook running right. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by Joseph is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better
action here. Great action from these two fighters.
Left up again from Williamson lands. As Cheeseman tries to respond to the body. Coming up well on the inside is Williamson.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. On first down, Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Cheeseman responding likewise. Cheeseman again.
Brady now on first down.
Just about every time one of them lands, the other responds.
Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Brady now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Brady to throw again. Completing along the sideline, it's Godwin. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. One receiver to the left is Evans. Brady going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
The other responds almost immediately. It's been that kind of affair so far. And what else would we expect when Ted Cheeseman is in the ring? The 26-year-old.
Here's Brady to throw.
Defending the British title.
And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Extra point try now for Suckham. And that makes it 14-10.
Williams, you can see, really depends on his right hand. That's his power punch. That's his power punch. What I can see is that a big opportunity to land a left hook. Just because of the way the angle of Cheeseman's posture, the way he's always leaning to his own right-hand side. It's just a natural angle for Williams' left hook.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone.
Cheeseman's talking about Gooooo 1-2 down the pipe.
Just as you were about to say that Williamson had had success, so Cheeseman straight away responds.
Fantastic action here for these two men.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Williamson standing firm, holding his ground in the centre of the ring. Just get the sense that he believes he's the stronger.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Cheeseman needs to get out of the box. It's not been a good run for him. He can't box Cheeseman. He's shown that before.
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
It's been Williamson's.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
Well, here at ringside, Laura is now with Jason Quigley, soon to be challenging for a world title.
Thank you very much. Jason, so far, up until that round at least, quite a close fight, wasn't it?
I think it's a very close fight. You know, it's 50-50 at the minute. I think Troy's power is starting to just put him ahead in the fight.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Well, the Jets sweep. This is Godwin. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Pushes on, but Troy Williamson is having a lot to say about that. And might put a roadblock in Cheeseman's path. It's been very, very competitive, very close over the course of the first.
Here's Brady.
We've got the sense that Williamson had the better.
They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Brady now on first down. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And some room to roam now. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Good jab on Williamson back.
3 jabs in a row from Williamson. And then a right hand over the top. Seems to be getting into something of a groove here.
Now Brady. And yet again, it's Howard with a catch. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Daniil Hunter picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
He's fine. Pushing forward now. Maybe he needs to get back Williamson up.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Left eye for Ted Cheeseman. He was cut by the right eye against J.J. Metcalf last time around.
Brady.
Beneath that left eye.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And the Bucs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
And now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Look to be gaining the upper hand. And how many times have we said that across the course of the 5 completed rounds so far?
This really is a battle of the right hand of Williamson against the left hook of Cheeseman. And who can get their shot off, or who can land their shot?
It's only a matter of time that